Good morning and welcome to Motorsport and Dream Cars. My name is Damien and I'm down here in the wonderful coastal city of Brighton. The reason I've come down here today is to watch what is alleged to be the oldest motor racing event in the country. The Brighton Speed Trials originally started in 1905 and have been going strong ever since. The event itself takes place along Madeira Drive, which is about 1.5 miles long and runs parallel to the beach. The event itself sees people from all over the country bringing their cars and bikes down to this quarter-mile temporary racetrack to see which is going to be the quickest. I mean, the times vary massively between, I think, 10 seconds and 30 seconds because of the type of cars. Some are highly modified performance cars, you've got race cars, right back to sort of classic vintage and normal road cars. The same is true with the bikes. There's a huge collection of different vehicles that are going to participate against each other. Everyone has signed on, all of the cars are here, there's something like 160 of them, so all of the scrutineering has happened and the cars are just getting ready to go out for their first practice.
The turbo and
now have gone out for a timed run. The fastest time was set by a Nissan GTR at 10.44. I know the car, after speaking to the driver, is running at just over 900 brake horsepower, and that's on standard road fuel. Normally they'd run it on race fuel and it produced over 1100 horsepower. So what we will do is go over and have a better look at the car.
Anytime you'll see you and me together in a place without no one else but us. I wanna take you there. I wanna take you there. I wanna take you there tonight. It's another universe, unique.
Okay, so
So Shane, can you tell me something about your car?
Well, it's Formula 3 derived, Formula Renault UK car.
Yeah.
And so it's quite modern technology, an old car in the sense of the age, but 2005 is a chassis, but it's carbon monocoque and very current, I suppose, which is perfect really for what we're doing with the university. My day job is basically a pro driver for the University of Wolverhampton, which is a great job to have, and it spans right through to driving, to mentoring students, to running the team, and really doing that real life part of motorsport engineering. Work for Aston Martin sometimes, and Jaguar, sort of high-end car companies, which keeps you in the industry as well, and that's really good to feed back to students of what we do. So yeah, so mainly driving, which is a dream job for me. And it worked hard enough to get to, but yeah, I love my contribution to sort of the lives and I suppose the careers of the students coming from us.
What sort of challenges would it present?
I think really we want to get the best of the start and the sort of terminal speed. So we've got some scenarios, gear ratios maybe, and we think we're pretty set up for it. We've got what we've got. We know this ultimately isn't a sprint car, but for us it's a different perspective. Maybe a sprint is different than circuit racing, which we normally do, and it's maybe you could say a little bit more laid back, which is quite nice for the students as they're actually on their holidays. So massive commitment for them, and they put a lot of time in, and come down onto the seafront at Brighton all the way from the Midlands is quite nice, and it's a good day out for them.
Well, thank you for your time with that. Wish you all the luck with
Thank you.
hopefully bringing the top of the times there and smashing it. So look forward to watching the car actually going out on track.
We have a go.
All right, cheers.
Thank you.
Thanks. We're coming to the end of the day, and the 6 fastest cars and 6 fastest bikes go into a shootout to find out ultimately which is the quickest bike and car. So we're going to watch that, and it should be fascinating to see which car and which bike comes out on top.
None of the bikes so far this year have actually come to the raffle. The end of the day, all that, right, race bike. Cc turbo machine. Roger Simmons on the Suzuki hayabusa turbo. 958 to make it into the top 6. Roger needs to go faster than a 909 to get the FTD. First bike to the top 6, Steve Wolf, number 393. As I said, he's got a 10.25 and a 10.12, so let's see what he can do now. Smoke that rear tyre, get it nice and warm. Going to get himself set up on the start line. Get himself settled, building the rev. Now goes the clutch. Passing that. At 9.09. A tenth of a second faster and in the 8.
My name's Pat Tucker. I'm here at Brighton Speed Trials 2017 and I'm driving this 2014 Chevrolet.
We should be chasing after the sun. We would be amazing together as one. There's no turning back for the both of us. No point of denying the truth. Let go of the past and get stronger. Just believe in the fire between.
This is a Z28 model. It's a 7-litre LS7 engine. It's basically just a track special that GM did on the Camaro platform to make it as track focused as possible, basically. Seven-litre LS7, which is dry sumped, naturally aspirated. Titanium conrods and intake valves standard. Standard they're 505 brake, but mine's had some cam work and exhaust headers remapped, so it's running about 640 brake at the crank. It's got carbon ceramic brakes from Brembo all around and Multimatic spool valve dampers, which are only also found on the Aston Martin Vulcan, I think. Check that. But it's exhilarating, nerve-wracking, but great fun, I would say. They upgraded the engine, the brakes, suspension, tyres, and also stripped out the interior, saved quite a lot of weight. So it's got no aircon, no sound deadening, thinner glass, no radio, that sort of stuff. So it's quite a hardcore daily driver, but it's worth it when you get to the track. Running costs is expensive on fuel, as you'd expect. Normally get between 8 and 18 miles per gallon, depending on how you're driving it. Tyres are about £400 a tyre, and will last sort of 3 or 4 track days each. The good thing is the brakes, discs and pads should do about 10 track days at least before they need changing. When they do need changing, it's quite a big bill. So.
640 brake horsepower.
I've been aware of it for a while, and it seemed like a good sort of first step on the motorsport ladder. Chance to do a bit of competition rather than track days, which is what I normally do, without really any risk to the car and without spending a huge amount of money either. And I've really enjoyed the day, so I'll definitely be doing some more in the future.
It's the end of the event and it's been a really, really good day. I'd highly recommend anyone to come in 2018. So if you did come along, put a comment down below of what your favourite car or bike was, and do remember to click on that subscribe button.